What's going on, guys? It's your boy Az. We are back. We will be jumping in here with the Brimstone as our starting lineup. Again, just keeping everybody as Fortifier. And yep, I'll just kind of show the basic method of it, and then we'll speed up the footage because, yeah, I don't want you guys watching the full gameplay. It is quite long. But yeah, you want to open up and make sure you are not attacking some of those other key characters. We want to keep Sentry as long as possible so that he isn't so he can attack us, and every time he dishes out damage to us, he's going to be applying 2% damage to himself here. So watch when he attacks. When he attacks, he's going to lose 2% of his health. Also keep in mind, we also want to keep our cooldowns and our specials up, so it gives us speed up. Should be his turn here soon. So right here, he's going to hit us, and he gets damage on his health bar. So again, we want to keep him in Sentry as long as possible, and the best way to do that is by avoiding avoiding attacking him and making him lose his charges. Also, we have the safeguard there to prevent the removal of the buffs. And again, as you guys can kind of see here, he's going to switch forms now. And this is where we can just bomb. We can get the energy back. Killing off the minions is good because you don't want Void exploding in killing off his allies, because then he does damage proportional to that. And as well, you guys will see here that with every kill, it gives energy back to the Living Mummy and also back to Daemon's speed bar as well. So again, he does his ult. Not a big deal. We have the taunt and we have the safeguard to Living Mummy to protect us. And rinse and repeat, we will do the same thing here. We'll avoid attacking Sentry and just try to focus your attacks. Normally, Daemon's basic doesn't really kill people, so just keep that in mind as well. And once you have the strategy down, again, we want to avoid Daemon. We do the special here, which ends up splashing him. I thought Hawkeye was further away, but I guess I was wrong. And yep, rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. Pretty straightforward. He's going to do his ult. And we're going to take him down, get his charges down. And you guys will see that once he switches over to Void form, then we can unleash our ultimates that we have saved up. So Daemon's going to do his ultimate. That's going to do the double damage and give energy back to Living Mummy. Living Mummy is our quarterback to this, and unfortunately he does get stripped, but don't worry, because when he doesn't have his taunt, he gets it back. I think it's his T4. So that makes a big difference there. Daemon's got basic here. Next wave drops, rinse and repeat. He's going to try to do his ult and strip our buffs again. But again, we have the safeguard from Living Mummy keeping us in check there. I have Elsa because I feel like if she dies, it doesn't really matter. But you can put whoever you think is a good choice. You can put Doctor Strange. Hellcat is a good one because she also spawns with all defense up as well. So just keep that in mind. So again, taking out the Hulk. And just trying not to splash the damage here. And yeah, everybody's kind of low on health here, so it would be nice for us to be able to get to Living Mummy's turn so he can heal us. So again, just trying to avoid. Do the specials. And unfortunately, this is kind of where he takes out our Living Mummy, I think. Or sorry, our Elsa. So we weren't able to heal her up before we got to Living Mummy's turn. So yeah, same thing here. Living Mummy's just kind of keeping us afloat here. And he's got the big bomb here coming again. So unfortunately, that's the way it goes sometimes. I am keeping track of the damage, so we do have about already, I think, 700 recorded. 600, 700. So this battle has gone on for 3 solid minutes. So yeah, we're gonna save this attack attempt. You can try it several times to get that perfect RNG as well. I think it does help your alliance out if everybody can maximize the damage, but not everyone's going to have the teams built up as well. So in this case, where we're basically going to lose, you just want to do as much damage to Sentry / Void as much as you can before you're out. It should give us energy back and health as well on the kill. And special will be handy here for some heals as well. So lots of negatives, unfortunately. Daemon should be able to special here, which will top him off a little bit. And he'll switch back to Sentry mode. And I think this is going to be it. Oh. Yep, there we go. Okay, so let's see what the verdict is. So, about 700. So, not bad. So, we'll go into the next battle here. But yeah, hopefully you guys are able to get a decent dent with your Brimstone. Our next team here is our Fantastic Four with Fisto and Odin. And this is one of the best ones. I feel like it is on par with a Brimstone team. It is very much less focused on the strategy part and just trying to dish out as much damage and trying to time out your cooldowns and trying to make sure you use the Odin heals when it is, when you need it. So you want to just keep attacking, dish out the additional damage when you can, and of course as well trying to make sure that they don't kill anybody in the process. I try to have Odin on the side there beside Mr. Fantastic because he is kind of the tankiest one out of the bunch, and you can definitely have the other ones if your characters are more built up, or if you don't have Odin or Fisto, what you can do is you can also try a 4-piece Fantastic Four. You can try to maybe bring Eclipse into this as well because she has increased damage and health stats as well against Sentry. You don't need the full team to get those additional bonuses, but really all depends on who your roster is. So yeah. So again, there's not really a clear-cut strategy for this one. You just want to kind of keep targeting and hitting, and essentially, you'll kind of get the job done when he's done here. Odin also auto retaliates and heals as well. I have him as a fortifier, just like I had the Brimstone as well. So keep that in mind here. The fortifier seems to keep everybody a little bit bulkier, a little bit tankier, gives them a little bit more barrier as well, a little bit more protection. Yep, and a big ult here, so this is gonna hurt. So again, Odin retaliates, and yeah, we're holding on to that special. I'll show you guys when we need it. It's gonna be when they apply all those negatives, and it's gonna come after that big ult, which I believe is coming here. I think it's a couple turns away here. Let me just see here. Once he attacks, you can kind of, so he goes into his normal attack, and then see right here. So right here we get all these negatives, and watch this. If we had activated his special before, we would have lost all those positives. So in this case here, now we can get to Odin's turn, and hopefully he doesn't down us. So right here we'll do the special, and that's going to flip everything for us. And unfortunately, Mr. Fantastic doesn't have a special. Otherwise, we would get the safeguard to protect those very, very, very valuable buffs that we just got, because now he can potentially clear it as well. We'll see here what the normal Sentry does. Unfortunately, without safeguard, it does make it a little more difficult to keep buffs. But again, this is better than the negatives. So he clears our buffs, which is unfortunate, but still better than the negatives. And it would have been nice to have the timing of Mr. Fantastic's special. This is why the Asral is such a good team against these guys. And I won't have the other teams on the normal speed, because I feel like it's important to have these ones on so you guys can kind of see the importance of it. But the other ones, I'll try to speed it up on the footage so you guys can kind of still see the battle combat and the damage outputs, but I won't have it on normal gameplay speed, because otherwise then you have like a 50-minute video, and nobody wants to watch a 50-minute video, because I sure don't. And it's a lot of talking too, so hopefully that makes sense. So same thing, when he switches back form again, you're just kind of redoing the same strategy. You want to just keep targeting him, keep making sure that you're topping off your heals, You're able to heal yourself with, you know, uh, um, I guess we already kind of used our heals, but Mr. Fantastic special and his ult would have been nice to have the safeguard there in place. Otherwise, that would have hurt. So we have the defense up, or sorry, the death proof and the safeguard. So that's kind of handy for us. And as well, yeah, like I said, it's I feel like this is a very good combo. It is probably, I would say, on par with the Brimstone team in terms of utility. If their damage was not capped, I would say this is probably the best team, but their damage is capped. I think the Brimstone can do, I think they can do 3 times more damage, right? So that means theoretically, just multiply whatever damage you have on your Fantastic Four team by like 3, and that would be like their quote unquote, you know, true damage, right? So again, now he is getting quite a bit of rage built up, so his hits are harder now, and as you guys can kind of see here, once you kind of go past 2 or 3 minutes on this one, everybody just hits like a rock. Not the minions, but definitely for sure Sentry when he does his special and his ult. Would have been nice to have the safeguard there. This is gonna sting. Oh, I thought it would do more damage. I guess not. Maybe I lied. So again, he retaliates. He gives the heals. I'm kind of wondering if maybe I should try putting a healer isolate on him next time to see if that works better. So again, this is the one we don't like because he just stings. Yep. So we retaliate, and his big ult is coming here. You can kind of see in 2 turns he is going to do his massive ult, which is going to unleash all those negatives on us. So hopefully we're able to get some safeguard there in place before that happens. I think Mr. Fantastic's 1 turn out now from his special. So hopefully we can make it there. All depends on luck. Every battle always seems to be... Oh, we're 1 turn off. Crap. Okay, so we just have to make sure we do the timing correctly. And yeah, it would have been nice to have an ult here to clear as well, but that's okay. We can rebuild some cooldowns and get to Mr. Fantastic's turn. Because yeah, there's still a little bit of strategy involved in this. You can just pretty much hit auto on this node. But there is, there is a small amount of strategy involved in terms of the timing of the ults and the cooldowns on the specials. Excuse me. More birthday parties as well this weekend, so I hope I don't get sick. So he switches over here, and I hope he doesn't do his... Yep, so he does... we're going to do the special here. That's going to give us safeguard. Unfortunately, the safeguard doesn't apply to Odin because he's not Fantastic Four. So there he... Yep, that's too bad. So that's going to sting a little bit. Wait, how did Mephisto get this safeguard? Interesting. I'm not sure. But as you guys can kind of see here, we're doing pretty good. We have about a minute left. So as I already said, the utility of this team, the tankiness of it is a very, very solid team. And yeah, maybe I should have... like I said, this is one where I don't like to replay it. This is one where you should just be happy with the damage. If you make it to the end, just be happy with the damage because it's probably a lot. I think we're at about 600 and something. I usually try to make a mental note of what the health is beforehand, but I'm busy trying to focus on playing and talking at the same time, and sometimes that makes it very difficult. So yeah, our Odin did drop, unfortunately, but that's okay because we literally only have 30 seconds left, and he lasted for like pretty much the duration of it, so that's fine. I wonder if we're gonna make it to the end here. We'll see. Usually I make it to the end, and it's usually Odin is the last one standing here. So this is the first time that Mephisto has made it this far. And actually, I'm surprised he's not dead yet. We'll see here. Maybe he gets another more turn here. We'll just hit auto here. See what happens. Oh, he does get another turn. Wow. Okay, so 6, 5, 4. Oh, he gets his ult in. Okay, cool. Cool. Oh, I think he'll make it, guys. He'll make it. Oh, 1 second to spare, Mephisto. Okay, that's all right. That's okay. Let's see what the verdict is. 743. I will take that. So again, we did a little more damage in the Brimstone, and now finally we're gonna go into some sped up footage here with the Asral. Again, his health was already kind of low from one of my alliance mates, so we'll see if the glitch works here. Unfortunately, I don't think it does because I think they already addressed it. But you guys will see here that it does not, I think last time it was 2 billion points or something. So again, Astral, fairly straightforward. You just want to make sure you're saving all your heals, and yeah, it's like I said, I didn't want to put you through another 5 minutes like the last battle, and it is fairly straightforward with Astral. If you don't have them built, that's where stick with your raid teams, Vigilantes, Insidious 6. Any of those teams would be crucial. And this is, guys, this is really good news because I think the way that Astral's kit was built into the game and the way that they are, I feel like hopefully with the next Battle World with Maestro as well, maybe there'll even be a potential team that we can use depending on what other teams are available by then. And now with the announcement of Gear Tier 21 from the early blog, yeah, there's going to be for sure better teams and whatever else is around the corner here. I'm pretty stoked about it. If you guys haven't had a chance to check it out, the blog will be later out today, but a couple of the other envoys already had the early blog out, so just make sure you guys check it out. And again, the sustain on this team is the reason why it's so good, even when you get a couple of our healers knocked out. So we lost Moondragon and we lost the Ancient One. Emma Frost and Doctor Strange still hold their own as healers. They got lots of barrier, they got safeguard, evasion. Yeah, overall it's a very good team. People were kind of saying like, oh, it's too bad Astral kind of got phased out, but I still find that they are a very solid team for this game mode, even though it's not really their game mode anymore. They're still pretty damn good. So right near here, I think is kind of where he's gonna ult, and he's gonna close us out here, and that's unfortunate. But we did do, like I said, a very decent job of getting a very good dent in. So yeah, and let's check out what the verdict is. 376, so not bad. Half of what we would got for Brimstone, and yeah. So now we'll go in here with the Insidious 6, and like I already said, we've sped the footage up so it's quicker for you guys. But this is another good one because not only are they a raid focused team, they've got lots of safeguard, heals, turn bar, energy, and of course as well there's lots of bleeds. The bleeds will help kind of decay some of these minions out, so then we can kind of get more energy back. Turn bar for Vulture, and yeah, if you guys have played Insidious 6, you kind of know the team and what it functions as. Starting out as a new player as well here, I do have my Insidious 6 built on my baby account, and yeah, I can definitely say that for sure there's a reason why people are building this team up for either the Professor Xavier saga, for sections of the Dark Dimension that require city characters. They are a very good team. Unfortunately, without the raid buffs, it does make it a little bit slightly harder, but they still have a lot of utility with each other. And Vulture with the turn bar rewind really acts like a mini, in my opinion, he acts kind of like a mini Daemon, right? A mini Daemon because he fills his turn bar, and he also has the speed bar rewind on the enemy allies, which comes in very handy in a lot of different game modes, right? So for sure, just keep that in mind here. The special here is going to flip everything for us, so that's the reason why we're saving it. So just keep that in mind. If you guys are using the Insidious 6, you don't want to just use your special needlessly, because unfortunately in this game mode we don't have the raid buffs active, so we don't get as much energy as we would versus the regular raid section, but we still get it done here pretty smoothly. And yeah, the damage output from this team is fairly good as well here, as you guys will kind of see here right at the end. We're coming to a close here. I think what he does is, I think he does his final ult and he just kind of crushes everybody here, because yeah, we're usually right around the 2 or 3 minute mark. Sentry turns up his kit a couple notches, and that's the reason why you'll see us getting bombed here. Yeah, so there you guys have it. And the verdict is 374. So actually they did better than yeah, they did just as good as Astral. So last and final team, we'll see if these guys are good as well here, without spoiling it for you. But yeah, this is kind of my miscellaneous team. This isn't a team that is available to everybody, so that's kind of why I kept it last. But of course, you have to kind of use some of these key characters because we have them built up. Knull and Professor Xavier for obvious reasons. Quasar, because he is such a good character, a plug and play and on his own. And of course as well, Old Man Logan is Old Man Logan. So again, it's no strategy involved here. You kind of just want to nuke him down. If you can spot the damage, great. What I will say is, if you are, if you have Professor Xavier and you have Knull at your disposal, at your fingertips. What you want to do is you want to make sure you save their specials. Those specials will come in handy later when you want to flip all those negatives. If you don't have them ready to go and the negatives are on your characters, they're going to bleed out. Professor Xavier, I have barrier on as well, just to kind of give him a little bit more tankiness, because he is kind of a bit squishier, more of a glass cannon kind of character, right? But yeah, just so you guys are aware why we're using those characters. And again, yeah, we try to flip the buffs when we can, and Knull is kind of the quarterback to this. He does so much of the heavy lifting, and of course, because of the fact that he is 5 diamonds now, thanks to the orb unlock, his damage, you can definitely tell is you know, it's everything, right? His health, his stats, his defense, everything went up when he you know, when he got his diamonds. So of course, we can expect the damage output to be equivalent and more. Even though the damage he does get capped, he can still do a lot more damage compared to when he was before. As you guys see here, a big ult coming, and yeah, everybody is gonna die, and eventually it's gonna be down to basically the Xavier and Knull show. So I would say, for future reference, and if you guys are running this one, don't put Knull with Professor Xavier, because yeah, they're just gonna get that splash damage, and it's yeah, so you guys can kind of see there. So get bleeds, activate the ult, and saving the ult here when Sentry drops into void form. And yep, we're just about finished here. So as you guys can kind of see here, we're kind of nearing the end. Yeah, usually by about, like I said, around 2-3 minutes, he does step up into a couple gears higher, and his damage is quite more noticeable. So there you guys have it. And what did we end up with? Let's see what the magic number is. So 307. So my Xavier team was actually worse than the other 2 teams. So I don't know how you guys feel about that, but hopefully this has helped you guys out. Hopefully it gives you guys some insight. And yeah, I will yeah, have a good weekend. I'll see you guys in the next one.